Hello everyone, welcome to Jennifer's Sewing and Crochet. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. If you're joining us from our previous quilt block videos, welcome back. Today I have good news. We are more than likely going to finish the rest of the block today. We're going to be constructing the center portion of the block. And that will be this center portion here. So we'll be completing this part. And then depending on how time goes, we will be adding the sides, the corner units, and assembling the complete block. So let's get to it. Okay, so what we're first going to do is, on the previous video, we completed this portion, and these are now being referred to as Unit C in the diagrams and the pattern. And then this portion is known as Unit D now. So we will be combining these with our final piece of our B fabric. Okay, so what we're going to do first, move this aside, we're going to take in the directions they say we're going to sew together an A print 2.5 by 3.5 inch rectangle and a B print. That was this portion here. So those are these. Okay, and then we are going to refer to diagram 11, and again, in my previous videos, at the end of every video, I have close-ups of the directions and the diagrams, so you'll be able to see those better. Okay. As for now, we're just going to refer to diagram 11, and we're going to lay out C and D units and a B print 3.5 inch square, and that is this final piece. So we are going to take a C unit, we're going to take a D unit and lay them out like so, then another C unit, and let's do it this way, that way. Then your last final piece will be right in the very center. We're going to take 2 more of the D units and lay them out. Let me move this aside a little, we can get a better. Okay. And then this will be there. And this one. Like so. Okay, and then we are going to assemble this portion, this one, and this one in pieces, and then we will add each piece together. Okay, so I am first going to take one of our C and D units and line those up. Okay, I will take this to the machine and I will assemble my rows together, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my pieces assembled. We are now going to press our seams, and in the diagram it has your top row, you're going to press your seams in So they'll be this way. Then your middle row, you're going to press your seams out. So it will be like so. And then this one will also be in. So I'm going to press those seams and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my seams pressed. I press these towards the center. This one will be away. And then this one again is towards the center. So we're now going to match up this seam with these two. And you will notice that your seams will nest really nicely if your piecing was accurate. Mine are looking really good there. I'm very impressed with this one. Okay, so we're going to fold down. Nest our seams together. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pin. You don't have to pin if you don't want to. I just like doing it to ensure that it's nice and matched up well. Okay. And that one. Okay, I'll sew these two together and I will come back and show you how that looks. Okay, so I have this piece assembled and we are going to press the seam to the inside. But that is what that will look like when it's together. My seams are really nice. So we're going to take this piece and flip it over. I'm going to pin again. I am really sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. I have some neighbors that I believe just bought some big quad runners, I guess you call them. Where I live here in New Mexico, we are near open mesa, open desert, and we have a big arroyo to the east of us that motorcycles and dirt bikes, well, dirt bikes and quad runners, they'll all go and play. And then we have, to the west of us, we have miles and miles of open desert. So we have a lot of people that come and play in our area. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece to the machine and I will assemble those and I will be right back. Okay, so I have all of our pieces assembled. I went ahead and pressed it and I pressed our seams to the inside like so. And now we have a beautiful center portion of our block. I really like how all my seams came together nicely. They look really nice. And I'm really picky about starching my fabric. I wash all my fabric before I use it, and I at least 1 cup to 2 cups of white vinegar I'll add to the wash, and for darker fabrics I will actually let them soak. I use the coldest water I can, and then I'll even let them soak with the vinegar. And I wash all my fabric, then I dry it until it's completely dry on about a medium heat. That way none of my fabric gets scorched. And then I press it and I starch it. So my fabric is, like, again, nice and not stiff, but really nice when I go to use it. And I think that really helps later when I go to press my seams, they're nice. They still stay nice and crisp, due to the starch in the fabric. So at this point, we're doing really well on time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue on, and we are going to finish our block today. So what our next step is, we are going to take our corner pieces. I am going to lay those out. So our corner pieces here and here. And you will notice that on this portion, it finished to a, let's see, 9.5 inch square. And that is because our seam allowance is included. So this, when it's all complete, this will be a 9 inch center. So those pieces will go just like so. Just like so. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, and then those. Boy, those kids are having fun today. And then we are going to take our flying geese pieces, and it will be one there, one there, one at our top, and I am sorry I'm out of frame there on the top part, and one there. And our block will be completed. So I am first going to take, flip this up and move it down a little so we can get the top in frame. Okay, so I'm first going to take my corner pieces and sew them to our flying geese unit. And this unit is now being called, it doesn't have a name. Okay, so it just says we're going to lay out our corner units, side units, and center units into 3 rows. Then we're going to sew together the units and then join the rows to make your block. And then your block should be at 18.5 inches square, including the seam allowances. So we are going to start with our corner pieces, and I want to match this corner seam here with, let me clip that thread. I am going to match that corner piece with the 2-inch block that was on this piece, and I'm going to match those seams together. And I will get this row complete, and I'll show you what that looks like, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have our 2 top, oops, it goes around that way. I have our top row complete. I have our bottom row complete. So I'm now going to work on the center, and I want to match up this seam and this seam with this one and this one. So we will match them up just like so, and I will pin those. And again, your seams should nest together if you pressed your seams correctly. Boy, they're having fun out there. Makes me really anxious for summer. They're having so much fun. Okay. Oh, that was a car. Okay. So that one and that one. I am going to take this to the machine, sew down these seams, and I will be right back. Okay, so I now have our center and the sides attached, sewn together. I am going to press my seams again, and the magazine, the pattern, shows that for the top, we are going to press our seams out. Okay, and then for the center, we're going to press our seams in towards the center. Okay, I will press those and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my seams pressed. I pressed these to the outside. Then same with the bottom portion, they are pressed out. And the center portion is, this one didn't press very well. That's okay though. I just do it again. They are pressed to the inside. And we are going to then attach, and you're going to match this seam with this seam, and then again you're going to take your flying geese, this portion, and match the seams with this one, so these and these, and then again this one with this one. And this one I really like to pin because there are 4 seams that you have to get matched correctly. And there's some threads I missed. Okay, so these be nested. And I just realized that maybe some of you don't understand what I mean by nesting your seams. For quilters that are a little more experienced, I'm sure you guys know. Let me zoom this in and I will show you what I mean. Okay, so when I say nesting seams, how this seam goes to the left, this seam is going to the right, and you can see how it's to the right. This one's to the left. So you're going to take your 2 pieces and you're going to fit those together, and the seam will butt right up against each other. Okay, and you can see that this one's going to the right and that one's going to the left. And when you sew it, your seams will match up perfectly. In theory, sometimes they don't, but that's okay too. So these 2 again, I'm going to nest my seams together. I actually really like nesting my seams. I like the finish, and if you did press your seams correctly, the way it shows in your diagrams, all your seams throughout the quilt block should nest. And one more. And that seam inside. Clip a little thread. Okay, so I will take this to the machine, sew our seam, and I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and assembled all of our pieces, and that is the completion of our 18-inch Sparklers quilt block. At this point, I will stop following the pattern and I will go on with my design. But for those of you that want to continue and make the Sparklers quilt as it is in the magazine, let me zoom you in just a little bit. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, I did not cut any of my pieces for the borders that you will be adding. They will have those in the materials and the cutting directions, and that you can find in the part 1 video. You are going to want to cut two 2 by 41 inch border strips. You're going to cut 3 2-inch by 38 inch sashing and border strips. Then you will cut 2 2-inch by 18.5 inch sashing strips. Sashing strips. You will also cut, for your border, you will cut 5 2.5 by 42 inch binding strips. Okay, and then what you'll do is, referring to your quilt assembly diagram here, you're going to lay out your blocks with your cream tone on tone 2 by 18.5 inch sashing strips, and 1 cream tone on tone 2-inch by 38 inch strip in 3 rows. Okay, shows you all here. I will have photos of these at the end of this video, so you can refer to these to finish the quilt if you want to finish it this way. Let me zoom us back out. There's my zoom. Okay. In my case, I will be taking, let me get my diagram. I will be finishing my blocks. I have 5 blocks completed. I still have 20 blocks to finish. And my quilt will be a total of 25 18-inch blocks. And at this point, I may have 2-inch sashing or borders between each block. I'm not positive on this yet. I will be thinking about that a little bit more. I will be working on these blocks in free motion quilting. I am going to use quilting rulers, which are here. I bought this little kit and I'm really anxious to try it. I'm really bad at free motion quilting, but I thought that with this set it would be able to help me do that. I have a free motion ruler foot, and my kit came with these great little free motion rulers, and it shows you the little things that you can do with them. This particular one is called the Which Way border. And I cannot get it out. There we go. So that looks like that. Let's see, maybe I can set them on the background a little and you'll be able to see those a little bit better. So there's that one. And when you're using a free motion ruler foot, This will definitely be another learning experience for me, but you will set your ruler down and this pops right inside of it. And I believe it goes this way because you're going to start at the top and your free motion ruler foot will fit right into this little groove. And when this is on your machine, you're just going to move your block and your ruler right along with it. And you make these lovely designs. I am still undecided at this point which one I will use. That is a little bit of thinking for me to do. We have this really cute fan diamond, or you can even do single diamonds. I have seen I believe it was a video, or it might have been in a magazine, that you can follow your diamond and just do a simple diamond in a square. There's that one. Then we have a holly leaf, and this portion is for the little holly berries. So you can do them in the center and off to the sides. You can even do this just little circles if you needed to. This one does the heart. And you could even, I believe you can even use this one for an S border. You just continue on. And then, of course, the meandering. Let me turn that around just a little. I think I can. Let's see. There we go. Maybe that'll let you see it a little bit better. Okay, so that will be your meander. I think I will be doing this one. I'm still undecided. So please stay tuned. I will be deciding that a little bit later. I have, again, 20 more blocks to complete. Please let me know how you liked this tutorial. I will be doing videos on putting our blocks, layering them with our backing and our batting, and then doing the free motion quilting per block. Then I will be showing you how to assemble them in a quilt as you go technique. This is going to be a king size quilt, like I said previously, and I will be doing updates as I work through it. Please, if you have questions, comment down below, and thank you again for watching my Sparklers quilt block tutorial. Thank you all. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.